Well, today's sermon is going to be from Genesis 3, verses 22 to 24. And the Lord God said, now that the man has become like one of us, knowing good and bad, what if he should stretch out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever? So the Lord God banished him from the Garden of Eden to till the soil from which he was taken. He drove the man out and stationed east of the Garden of Eden the cherubim and the fiery ever-turning sword to guard the way of the tree of life. Well, whatever, okay? But it's a few very interesting points to be made, and I think chapter 3 is probably one of the most brilliant chapters of the Holy Scriptures. It is obviously not written by one true God, for look at here, it says, and the Lord God said, now that the man has become like one of us. Anybody notice that before? One of us, said the Lord God. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of Lord Gods. And what are these fucking Lord Gods anyhow? Well, my guess is they're fucking rich fuckers. And these rich fuckers like to make slaves of the rest of the fuckers. And so they keep them ignorant with continual war and, of course, whatever goes along with war, which is ignorance. And one of the nicer ways to keep people ignorant, of course, is with religion. And to tell them that knowledge is a sin, and what the most scariest thing about knowledge is that once you get enough of it, you're going to live forever. Now that, I think we have to analyze that a little bit more and think, well, why would it be so bad to live for 1,000 years? And people would say, well, there's not enough space on the planet. Well, get off the planet. We don't have to be here. You have any idea how big the universe is? And probably it didn't make a whole lot of sense for anyone to live 1,000 years before now. And because we didn't know anything. We're just stupid fools. Even the kings and queens are playing stupid games. I mean, the royalty, all these people, the upper echelons of the privileged, they're just idiots. They're morons, okay? Most of the brains of the human race is scattered throughout fairly middle messy human beings who just are obsessed. They're obsessed with knowing. And this knowing thing, it is not a sin, okay? It is a sin to be ignorant, because ignorance will surely drive us all to a permanent grave, okay? And knowledge may actually extend our lives from 100 years, which it's about now for kids anyway, to about 1,000 years. And if we live for 1,000 years, I mean, it's not going to happen all at once. First, people are going to live to be 150 years old. And people who are 50 years old now, they might even be young enough to live to be 150 years old. It's hard to say, but maybe. I mean, if we take it seriously, a lot of the reason we die is because we're not perfect. We've been evolving, but we've got a long fucking way to go. And we've got to a point now where we can actually get in there and fuck around with it, okay? And people are going to say, well, shouldn't we be playing God? Well, there's no fucking other fucking bunch of wankers playing God, so it's up to us, okay? So, drop your religion. It's full of shit. It's keeping you ignorant, and it's keeping you hateful, and it's making you want to murder women, children, and people that aren't in your clump. So, religion is for fucking sickos, so drop it, and let's get smart and live a lot longer. And, of course, one of the advantages of living longer, of course, is you can learn more and not be quite so fucking stupid, and maybe even get better vocabulary. In the Judo-Christian Islam religion, which they've divided into 3 parts so they can get people fighting each other, so they'll keep people at war, so that we'll keep people stupid, so that we can keep people slaves, so that we'll not realize the one simple truth, that we are here. Now this may seem a little bit absurd, but the concept of the Judo-Christian Islam religion is to say that we are not here, and that heaven awaits us somewhere else when we put in our time here and go kill somebody else, especially if they're a Christian or a Jew or a Muslim, or what were they again? Muslim. If we're one of the others. I mean, you don't kill a Christian if you're a Christian, you don't kill a Muslim if you're Muslim. It's all one religion, but you have separate war parts. It's like divide and conquer under one under one roof. I mean, they don't even bother having the religions different. The Christian religion is just the same as the Judo religion, with everything maybe exaggerated a little bit about Jesus being nice instead of maybe Aaron was nice and Moses was an asshole, and then, I mean, Jesus was nice and Paul was an asshole. So you get your asshole and your nice hole, and the whole thing, it's just a lot of nonsense to keep you fucking confused so that you will stay stupid, so that you won't stop to think that maybe here on Earth, the planet Earth is actually right in the middle of heaven. Well, this might be on the edge of heaven. It doesn't really fucking matter. Heaven's a big fucking place. What matters is that we're here in it. Whatever it is, I mean, it's mostly hell. Heaven is mostly hell no matter where you go, until we start fucking figuring out how to take our tools, take them seriously, take our technology seriously, and start moving out into space, man. There's no need to die when you're 100 years old if you're living in space and you get all the fucking universe to go to. We'll never see the end of the universe, even if we live to be 100,000 years old, which is possible. We just have to figure out how to not die. And, I mean, evolution is still moving, and we've got to a point now where we are conscious creatures, and we are getting to a point where we are going to be meddling with evolution. And should we die or when we could live? I mean, for a lot of people it's probably better. It's probably better to die, because each time they die, they come back and all that bullshit that they've learned through their religion is wiped out, and they've got a chance once again to maybe see a little clarity for 7 or 8 years before their parents have nailed in their fucking religion, no matter what it is. So maybe until we get rid of the religion, it's better that we die. But I think it would be better to just wipe out religion, to say, okay, religion is nonsense, pay your taxes if you want to have a fucking club and call it Christians. You're not allowed to kill, you can't go around killing people. I mean, this whole concept of 10,000 people coming to storm the House of Lords, threatening murderous death threats because some guy makes a film that says that Islam is full of shit. Well, of course Islam is full of shit. Every religion is full of shit.